There it goes.
Now I'll do YouTube as well.
Okay, we live on both.
Okay. Ready?
Come.
Focus on just Facebook.
Yes,
Cool, that's what I thought. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathon to all my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar. Alatham Bashem Yahshua to all my sisters, all right? This is Officer Maccabi. Make sure you grab that real quick. This is Officer Maccabi, and this is Officer Bariah right next to me. And this is Historical Truths Revealed. Today we're going to reveal some real knowledge and truth to you today as far as Christopher Columbus Day. All right, please let's switch as well.
it has to be like this. Otherwise,
right, no.
It's going to disappear.
Okay, no sweat. So with that being said, we're going to touch on, a little bit about America history still, and also we're going to speak about the truth when it comes to Christopher Columbus, as far as the white lies that white people tell in the earth, why they celebrate and why they praise Christopher Columbus. Because a lot of people think that he discovered this world or discovered a new world, so to speak. And that new world that Christopher Columbus was speaking about was a world or a place that he had took and stole, and he took it by murder, by rape and pillage of the Taino Indians, all right, which are the children of Israel, of course. See what I'm saying? So going all the way back to next month when we touch on Thanksgiving, we are going to get more and more information on Christopher Columbus. We're going to call it the Diaries of Christopher Columbus because he had memoirs about what he did to the Native American Indians and how he took and conquered them as a nation or as a people. See what I'm saying? Tribes of people. All right? First things first, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the reason why we say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of is because his history proves it. Everything that you see in this earth, it praises the white man. And the white man is always getting praised for his injustice, his uncivil things that he does to not just only people, but just everything. Everything that the white man touches, he destroys. And he is a cancer by nature. See what I'm saying? He's a cancer in the flesh. He's a demon, just like Donald Trump is a goddamn white supremacist in the flesh. You ever want to see what white supremacy looked like? It's all your cops.
Right.
It's all your judges. It's all the people that are confederate against you that disregard you as a people. Because they don't look at you as human. They look at you as unhuman, when it is the complete opposite. They hunt you down like animals when they are the animals. See what I'm saying? I remember that we are a peaceful people. We didn't come out of nowhere and just start terrorizing anybody. The white man terrorized us. And the perception that white people have of us is because they are over us right now. They are in power and rulership. And the perception that they have is a complete lie. That's why check out the book, The Black Image and the White Mind. It's a book that we have on ishbk.com website, the study tools or media tools. Check that book out and look how white people look at you. Turn on CNN, turn on Fox 9 News, and see how these people portray you. All right? So back to what I was saying about Christopher Columbus, that white homosexual, of course. This devil has a holiday that was yesterday. And they praised 1492 when he decided to so-called discover a place that was never his in the first place. And when he discovered that place, what he did was he took it by murder, rape, robbery, pillage, and all sorts of things. And what we must understand that he was never a great man. He didn't discover a goddamn thing. See what I'm saying? This world was already discovered before the white man decided to go around the earth. See what I'm saying? But he got him some slaves. He conquered. He overcame a people. And we're going to get into how that happened. We're going to get into what black and Hispanics should do in order to make sure that another white person never overcomes you, never stays on top, because he's going to be at the bottom very soon. See what I'm saying? And if Christopher Columbus was still alive today, he would see the day when Christ would come and how he would be punished. But his forefathers, the people that lived after him, from generations to generations, they will see, they will get the punishment, and they will be cut off as a nation later on in the long run. All right. First thing I want you to get into is this. Let me go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get Habakkuk 2:12.
Come.
I'm gonna show you how America stood so tall as a power in the earth. When you read the book of Revelations, it tells you that America is one of those great powers. Okay, other places like Russia is a great power as well, but they did not just get these places through treaties. You see what I'm saying? They fought wars, they killed, they slaughtered to get what they wanted. They wanted this territory, so they killed for it. Just like how Black Hispanics kill anybody for they name on the block. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like they kill for a block just to make a name for themselves. And that's what the white man has done. That's what we have learned from him, and that's what we must cut off as a people. Okay? Go ahead and get that out.
Come. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Say it one more time.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
The scripture says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. What does woe mean? You know what woe means, out?
Destruction.
It means destruction, which is an old English Quaker word. All right? This word is like biblical, very old. You see what I'm saying? Which means destruction. Destruction is going to come to the white man. Keep going.
Come.
Actually, read from the top.
Come. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
One more time.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. How was America built? By bloodshed. The blood, sweat, and tears that these so-called Caucasians, these wet dogs, walk on the ground every single day and do not appreciate Black and Hispanic people, because we built America. We built Babylon. We built everything that you see in this earth. We were slaves under many, many people, and we were in many captivities, but it should have been the other way. Black and Hispanic people, we lost our honor. We lost the glory that the Lord has given us in the past. But now we're here to regain that power, regain that strength and that position that the Lord has set up for us in the way beginning. All right, keep going.
Come. And establisheth a city by iniquity.
What happened?
And establisheth a city by iniquity.
If you know the history of Minnesota, you should know that the Taino Indians, the Sioux Indians, the Ojibwe Indians, whatever, all these different tribes, you see what I'm saying, of North American Indians, they even had to fight for Minnesota. They had to fight for this land. See what I'm saying? And now they're over there South Minneapolis on Franklin and Bloomington? Franklin and Bloomington in tents right now. See what I'm saying? They going through hell over there. It's raining. It's about to snow very soon. But they are going to move from a different location. But the whole point is that how did Black and Hispanic people get to being God's chosen people, to being the most glorified, appreciated people on the earth, and now they're at a low state? Now they looked at as they have no royalty. They have no humanity. They have no sense of right or wrong, which is mortality or morals. Huh?
They have no throne.
Right, they have no throne. They have no position in this earth. They have no say-so or authority. They looked at as children. See what I'm saying? After that, you ain't got to worry about that out. All right? Go ahead. It's too wild. No sweat. They are looked at as a people that are not a people at all. Because in the Constitution, what do they call Black and Hispanic people?
3/5 of a man.
3/5 of a man. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the hell that is. You see what I'm saying? You can't be a percentage of something. Either you're human or you're not. You're either an animal or you're not. Are you an insect or not? What are you? You see what I'm saying? You can't be half of something. You can't be a percentage of something. that doesn't make any sense. Understand that these white people, these heathens, these strangers are very uncivil people.
Right.
So what do you expect? See what I'm saying? They don't have no change of heart. Christopher Columbus knew what he was doing. He wasn't trying to, he wasn't on a mission to go find, something to bring back to his hometown. He came to murder. He came to conquer something. He wasn't going to leave without finding or conquering or getting any type of slaves. And he did whatever he had to do, which was possible. And he chose to, terrorize you, to kill you. See what I'm saying? It got to the point after 1492, going to the 1500s, we almost became extinct. Native Americans almost became extinct because of the smallpox, all the diseases. When we was on the boats, getting killed by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands. And we almost became wiped out as a people. So the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of because he has this day, set up as a trophy for white people called Christopher Columbus Day. He has this day set up for a slap in the face towards the Native Indians.
Right.
And then by the next month, Thanksgiving, it's even more disrespectful. It gets more grimier than that. And for Black and Hispanic people that don't feel for Native Americans, you don't see them as your brothers. Understand, after they came and got the Native Americans, years later, very close, years later, they came and got niggas. And that's Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter for you. See, 1400s going all the way to the 1600s, going all the way to the 1700s, to the 1800s, all the way into now. Now we are in 2018 and things have not changed. And understand that we are still being sold on auction blocks. It's called the NFL. It's called NBA. See what I'm saying? They're trying to sell you. All right? Keep going on that.
Come. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire.
Now the Lord is not pleased with these devils who decided to conquer and take this land by force. He's angered about it. And I'll tell you why he's angry, because he gave it to you. This was supposed to be your land. This is supposed to be your earth. You were supposed to rule over these people. Because remember, the Most High gave dominion to a man, and that man was of the Lord. These white devils is not men of the Lord.
Right.
That is not, that the God of Israel is not the God of these heathens. So he's displeased by it. But he had to do it just to show you who it was in power, who you should have listened to. This is a punishment, man. Anytime we've been killed and destroyed, it was a punishment. But this white man has overstayed his welcome, and he has abused his power that the Lord has gave him. Same thing with Pharaoh. That's why just how the Lord built up the white man, he's going to destroy the white man, just like he did Pharaoh. And it's going to be a great sight amongst the Israelites to see that. Because finally, we don't have to go through hell anymore once Christ returns. All right, keep going.
Come. And the people shall worry themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
One more time.
For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
Now, the knowledge shall be filled with the glory of the Lord. Black and Hispanic people understand that you will be free from your captivity, but you got work to do. If you want to get rid of Christopher Columbus Day, Thanksgiving, you got to fight for that. You got to fight the white supremacy with black supremacy. How many times have we been teaching that for 49 years? See what I'm saying? How many times have we told Black and Hispanic people that you need to separate from the culture of America and dive into your culture, which is Israelite culture? You're not an Egyptian. You're not part of Egyptology. You're not a Christian. You're not a Muslim. Those are things that came from man. And the Most High is more than just a man. He's a masculine spirit. He is above all and everything that's on the face of this earth. See what I'm saying? He's bigger than your God, who's the white man. That's why they give Christopher Columbus the praise, man. They tell you that he had a settled agreement and he had peace treaties with the Native Indians to get the land. And all of a sudden, something happened to them to where they're sick and they lost the land. Well, just to let you know the truth of things, he killed for it. He robbed. And I'll tell you the story behind it. When Christopher Columbus came, him and his men had came to the islands, mostly the Caribbean islands. What happened was he killed off a lot of the grown men, and he left the women and children behind, as young as like 14 alive, and he enslaved them. He colonized them and changed their culture and forced their religion upon them. See what I'm saying? He said that he wanted to subjugate these people. He wanted to, what's the word? He wanted to, actually, when he said that he took them by force, he wanted to make them subservient to him, so to speak. And those Native Indians, where they went wrong is that they didn't realize who the white man was, which was the devil. Because when Christopher Columbus had did that to them, they was very, very subservient to him. Just like very much today. When you look at cops versus innocent black men, when the cops kill innocent black men or women, we get closer. See what I'm saying? When white people kill black people, we say forgive them, and they teach us how to say hallelujah, amen, amen. That's what they do. When you think about the Dylann Roof situation and how he killed 9 people in the church, they forgave that man and they said that they was going to pray for Dylann Roof. That's how you know that we are destroyed as a people. Because that reaction, that should not be the reaction. We should be mad and upset. See what I'm saying? And this man have no mercy. No mercy whatsoever. And it will let you know that these people are demons, man. Dylann Roof left one person alive just to relate the message. And what Dylann Roof was saying is that they never did anything to him. They've been very nice. But there was something inside of him that made him do it. That's a demon, man. That is Satan talking directly through that man. That's how these devils are. It's in their nature to kill, to hunt. Don't you know that Cain was a cunning hunter? Just like all these white people are cunning hunters. They treat you like animal, like food. All right? Read that one more time, Bob.
Come. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
And with the knowledge, keep going.
As the waters cover the sea.
Now, just like the waters cover the sea, the knowledge of the Lord is going to cover this earth. And we are going to give you the truth, because we don't believe in lies. A lot of you do. But in the ISUPK, we like to teach the truth, because that's what the Lord sent us to do. We ain't wasting no time out here. It's too much Stockholm Syndrome. You need the medication because you got the illness. Because you got the illness, we can help with that. Let us wash off anything that is wrong with you, that's stopping you from serving the Lord. You can be brand new again, but with the philosophy of Christopher Columbus, you will always love white people if you never separate and learn what the true knowledge of it is. Same thing with Thanksgiving. I remember me and the brothers doing interviews with the brothers and sisters out there in South Minneapolis about how everybody was staying in tents and how, they got pretty much pushed out of the projects and damn near on the side of the highway. And we was doing interviews and talking to the community of Native American brothers and sisters. And this one lady was saying how she doesn't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but she does. And when she does, she finds any white person to sit at the table with her and her husband and have Thanksgiving.
And Salakia.
Go ahead.
She also said her husband was a white man too.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You got the beast, you got another beast in your home. You see what I'm saying? You have slept with a beast. You want to bring somebody else that's a beast inside of your home. You're having Thanksgiving. You're having a mockery with a bunch of animals that are ready to chew you up at any opportunity that they may have.
Right.
Because when you read the book of Ecclesiasticus, they require of your blood. They want it. They want your soul. They don't just want your mind, but they want everything from you. They even want you to not serve nobody else but them. That's why, going back to Christopher Columbus, when this devil had terrorized the Native American Indians, a lot of them had catered towards him. And a lot of them had ran to different homes and different tents and came back, and they bursting out yelling, saying, son of man, son of man. Well, I think there was like son of man, like he's from the heaven. Like they looked at him as a god because they seen what he can do with all the power that he was given. All right, keep going.
So like that's it on that.
That's it?
Okay.
All right, I want you to get Genesis 49 and 19. Let me show you the prophecy that came in the Bible in the book of Genesis. Let me show you what happened to the Native American Indians. All right. So yeah, Genesis 49 and 19. So they looked at him as God, pretty much. And also, Christopher also said that these people came to him in a peaceful way. They gave him gifts and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying?
You said 49 and what?
19. They gave this man gifts and gave his people, welcomed them, fed them, clothed them, sheltered them, and some more, right? But they should have known that these random people that came out of nowhere, these foreigners, should have stayed outside of the land. Like if you go back to the records of the Bible, strangers were not allowed in our land at a certain point in time.
Right.
They were to stay out, and we were to stay out of their land as well. We had our own community. We had our own little world. Just like Black Wall Street, that was our own little world, our own little empire, until it got destroyed. All right, keep going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
One more time.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
Now, Gad is are biblically the so-called Native Americans that you see today. The ones that you see strung out on drugs, alcoholics, out there, doing bad and terrible in the hoods. And who's to thanks for that? That's your Edomite preacher. That's the white Jesus. That's white people. That's your police officers. That's all the people who came together to destroy a people. And that's the Lord's people, man. And there's going to be a great punishment for what they have done and what they continue to do to God's people. Because, last time I checked, these people are no different than me. Niggas and natives went through the same thing. Hispanics went through the same hell. We all went to slavery together. We've all been through some horrible things and horrible times. See what I'm saying? The white man has not been in slavery. He has not been oppressed like Black and Hispanics has been. He has not been terrorized and damn near extinct. Never been treated unhuman, but always been treated fair. See what I'm saying? But that's about to change very soon. Because he's going to be at the bottom. And when he's at the bottom, he's going to stay there. He can't climb up that ladder to royalty, to that throne, to that power and rulership ever again. And that's damn sure a prophecy as well. Let's go.
Come. But he shall overcome at the last.
So read it from the top one more time.
Come. Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
A troop shall overcome him. That white man, those heathens have overcame Gad in one point in time. And still overcoming them. And still conquering them. But they will get back up. Keep going.
Come. Verse 20.
No. But he.
But he shall overcome at the last.
But he shall overcome at the last. Right now, black and Hispanic people, the Native Americans are weak right now. We are at a low state. But there will be a point in time where we will be on top and we will get back up off the ground. And when we get back up, this white man better be ready to run for his life. Because we are now, niggas going to be in rulership. We are now going to run things. We are going to police the streets. We're going to make sure things are in complete decency and order. We're going to make sure that the law is being enforced and kept. These heathens can't keep the tradition of their gods, their many gods that they serve. You know, another thing too that was pretty deep that I read more about Christopher Columbus in my past couple of years is that he was saying something about how Native Americans believed in a God that Christopher Columbus never really knew about. Like they knew how to get themselves in order, how to be a civilized people. But at that time, they lost something. Something was not correct. There was a disconnection. You see what I'm saying? It's the fact that I'm sure that they left the Lord. Because if they would have knew the Lord, they would have kept the law, statutes, and commandments and passed it down, then they would have knew to keep that white man away and not to bring him into their own home, their own civilization. See what I'm saying? That sanctuary. Because we always been Tawab when there was no heathens around. The moment that we decided to join these heathens is when things always went down the hard way. The tables was turned every time. When you go to the Maccabees, see what I'm saying? When the brothers wanted to go join the heathens, and what happened? They took their ass into captivity, took them to slavery, and worked them to death. All right? Get the light as well. God knows what here. All right? So we're going to go ahead and keep breaking this down as far as what else is about to happen. So get Psalms 55 and 20 out.
Okay.
I can't stress enough how evil this beast is that everybody loves so much. If anybody can give me 10 reasons, I would say 5, but I think that's a little too simple for y'all. Give me 10 reasons why black and Hispanic people should love white people after everything that they put us through. And before you decide to type something up, before you decide to answer those questions, rethink before you type. Think about it wholeheartedly. Think about everything that has been done to us, that happened to us yesterday, and that's happening to us today, right now. What time is it? 7:17. Think about what's happening in this very moment. How black and Hispanic people are dropping like flies, bodies laid out in the streets. They're being guinea pigs for Esau. Think about how the judges, the Congress, the presidents, all these people in high power are planning agendas, sitting at the table right now, planning on keeping you enslaved for hundreds and hundreds more years. Because they did it back then, thousands of years ago, when when King David was around, when all the other prophets were around. So what makes you think they ain't gonna do it right now? They not doing it right now. Because you still at the bottom, you still in the hood. They ain't in the hood. But the more poor white people that I see, that means that somebody's doing their job right. See what I'm saying? The white man is the devil, and I pray death and destruction for all of their people.
That's right.
These devils deserve to die. They deserve any suffering that comes their way. And black and Hispanic, if you shed any tears, you are weak and you don't love your people. Get out your feelings. Have some compassion for your people, because they are the ones that are suffering. They need your love. They need the compassion from you. You don't need to give it to another people that are not of you. They are against you completely. Keep going.
Okay. Psalms chapter 55, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He has put forth his hand against such as to be at peace with him.
This is what happens not just with Thanksgiving, not just with Christopher Columbus, but just think about the entire brutal history, racism of America. And when I say America, I'm always talking about white people, because that's what America is. It's white. It's white supremacy. The land, white people are free men in the land of the noose. That's what I like to call it. If you think you are free in any type of way, you are truly lost. You need help at any time. You truly need some help if you think you are free, because you ain't free from nothing, because you're still in captivity. You think black people free, y'all? You better tell them, you better let these brothers and sisters know that you are still in slavery in every way possible. Don't be slow. Be smart, man. From the top one more time.
Come. He put forth his hand against such as to be at peace with him.
He put forth his hand as such be at peace with him. And that was the Native Americans at one point in time. That's still them today. When the Irish Minneapolis was out there in the streets giving out those recording those interviews, it's going to be coming up very soon on YouTube. Check that out in the next couple of days. When we was out there doing those interviews, what we experienced was complete Stockholm syndrome at its finest.
Right.
It was less people saying we should separate from the white man and that he is the devil, but there was a lot more people saying that we should forgive him and we should stay in this land with him, and we should learn how to forgive and forget. I believe one of them said we should learn how to forgive and forget, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to all the brothers and sisters out there that disagree with the agenda of the white man, with the history of the white man, and with the propaganda that they have today. See what I'm saying? Because they know that they are out to get them every time, every day, always. Before, throat a little dry. But for all those that love these white people, understand something. That you just might die in the hands of your oppressor. Since you love them so much, watch what happens when Christ comes, man. If you love them so much, you just going to die and be buried with them. Your blood is going to be upon Yahushua's garment if you don't decide to give your love, your loyalty to your own people. Go ahead.
Come. He hath broken his covenant. Verse 21.
He has broken his covenant, meaning he has not kept those, over 100 or more treaties that he was supposed to have. And the white man is someone that cannot be trusted. Now, if you want to go off and speak about how he conquers other people as well, this man does not play fair. This man plays by his own rules. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The white man is very conniving. He can convince you. And that brings me back to when it comes to Satan. The white man reports to Satan. See what I'm saying? That conniving spirit. They can say anything to make you believe and convince you about anything. Like when you think about religion, when it comes to white people, religion is the beginning of white supremacy.
Right.
They can get you to serve anything.
Right.
If they just make it look convincing and good. If you can feel it, it's real. If you can see it, it's real. If you can hear it, it's real. And you just jump on board and you don't ask any questions.
So
go ahead.
Have you seen somebody running through chairs?
Never seen it.
I've seen it every time in the Christian church.
I never seen nobody run through a chair, but I've seen somebody run to a chair and fall over. You see what I'm saying? It's all a game, man. Don't you know those people that's all over TV, that's getting recorded falling all over the place, having, fake seizures? These people are getting paid money to fool you.
Right.
Same thing with the East Indians, with the chakras and this stone is for anxiety, this stone is for depression, this stone is to make you feel better, this attracts love. All that stuff is so fake, God. I just laugh sometimes, but at the same time, like, religion is the worst drug you can ever think of, man. People get high off of that more than anything. And there are Christians that do not know that they're Christians. And that's very depressing to think about, if you ask me. It's just like you don't even know that you were a slave. You don't know that you served your oppressor. I hear a lot of people that say that, yeah, man, I don't care about Christopher Columbus, but I still do, celebrate Thanksgiving. And I'm just like, why is that? Because, the meaning behind it is all messed up, but I'm gonna change the meaning. Who the hell is you to change anything if you can't change yourself? You're still a slave. Like don't get it twisted. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, we are all slaves underneath the white man. But what you don't understand is that I serve a power, and his name is Yahweh. I don't serve the white man.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I know my history. We all know what the truth is. And we ain't sitting around whispering sweet lies to each other. We out here teaching the truth. And the truth of the matter is, Thanksgiving will always stay the same as far as its history. You can't change the white man's history. See what I'm saying? That's where you're wrong at. Just like when people try to change the white man's perception and hearts, you cannot change it. And the white man, like the white man is the type of person that will push you to the side and be like, yeah, I am the devil, because he shows it every time. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, he always shows himself to be the beast that he always been. Going all the way back to Cain when he killed Abel, and how he tried to hide it. See what I'm saying? How he tried to justify it. How these white people justify these murders all the time. These judges give them a slap on the wrist because they need cops out here to keep niggas in check, to keep them off the streets. But the thing is, being a police officer is a big business, as well as the crack epidemic, the pill epidemic, you know what I'm saying, the weed epidemic, all the crimes that's going on in black communities. You don't hear too much about white on white crime because they got that under control. See what I'm saying? Like, the white man's main goal is to try to destroy you and try to wipe you off the face of the earth. That's why they make a mockery of you. And these white people try to mimic you, but they don't want to be a nigga when it comes to a condition. But they want to have the flavor, they want to have the style, they want to have the attention that we have. The white people never want to be a nigga. Because to be a nigga to them means that I have to be at the bottom. I have to be oppressed. I have to suffer. And that's what all white people see when they look you dead in the eyes, or when they see you on TV or see you in person.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Then when they look you in the eye, all they do is smile. They laugh at your condition.
You see what I'm saying? They smile.
That's why they always smile. They laughing at you.
I'll tell you what, I just had to tell the devil. I went to a restaurant yesterday. I have to tell the devil, enjoy your time while you have it right now, Esau. You see what I'm saying? Enjoy your time while you have it right now. You see what I'm saying? Because you are about to serve your punishment in your slavery. See what I'm saying? You are about to die. You are going to be conquered, and you will never see the day where your people will thrive ever again. And your history will be erased. It's going to be all about the Israelites, God's chosen. It's not going to be about, Mr. Master, white man. See what I'm saying? It's not going to be about you anymore. It's not going to be about the East Indians and Chinese. No more Donald Trump. No more serving your gods who are not real, but very fake. A whole bunch of fairy tales. As fake as the Tooth Fairy, man. All right? Keep going.
Come. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The white man knows how to convince you. He knows how to sell you a dream. How do you think he got Martin Luther King to sell niggas a dream? And that dream became a nightmare, which it still is.
Right.
I think the most craziest, idiotic thing on this earth is when I hear black and Hispanic people talk about the American dream. The American dream is something that's very false, that's a fairy tale once again. That's something else that's fake. Just like it's fake as the Islamic rock. What's it called? A cobblestone stone? What's that called? A cobblestone?
Marble stone.
Right, Allah. You know what I mean?
A rock.
A rock. There you
Crack
go.
rock.
See what I'm saying? Pebbles. Black people need to stay away from anything that has something to do with rocks. You see what I'm saying? Because it doesn't do us any justice. It does us very great harm, if you ask me. So keep going.
Con. His words, or Salakia, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. Christopher Columbus, he had a plan for the Native Indians, and he succeeded in that plan because he found weakness in these people, and he exposed it in his writings, in his journalism, in his memoirs. And he really came out and said it all, and what he did, and what his next plan was. He gave you a step by step on how everything went and how he was willing to make this even a bigger, you see what I'm saying, bigger job than he ever expected. Black and Hispanic people, don't give your honor to a stranger. Don't look to these people as friends or family. See what I'm saying? These are your enemies. Learn how to conquer and use your enemies just like they use you. Because if I must be quite honest, white people use niggas every day.
Right.
If you want to talk about the entertainment system, he uses niggas every day. Remind you, that is an auction block. They selling you something, and you are sold for it. But you could be in the entertainment system and not sell out for your people. You can be in the entertainment system and destroy America. Because for a brother like Colin Kaepernick to be in the world, he did a great job. You see what I'm saying? He did something great for his people. He stood up. He didn't sucker up. See what I'm saying? He didn't kiss nobody's behind. He did it on his own, and this man separated himself from this devil. But he has one more step, a few more steps. He should bring himself into the ISUPK. But for those that love Colin Kaepernick, if he was to come into the truth today and really serve the Lord, it can do our nation great. For those that are so stuck in the world, and they come into the truth, with all the gifts that they have, they can get the nation to really come back and serve the Lord and destroy this kingdom that is very evil and filled with wickedness, all right? See what I'm saying? That's what can really happen, all right? So, what verse is that at?
Verse 21.
All right, is there more on that?
Come.
Keep going.
His words were softer than oil.
His words were softer than oil. See what I'm saying? What does that mean when it says his words were softer than oil?
Like he speak kind words.
Right. Really, when behind that tongue is he's ready to harm you.
Right.
He's evil. He's something that cannot be trusted. On the outside, he seems to be harmless, but inside, in his heart, he is ready to kill. It's like a rush. See what I'm saying? It's like something that needs to happen. He gets high off of killing you. Do you know white people are fascinated with blood? I remember being in high school and being in class with this devil. You know what I mean? And I was reading on something. I had to ask the devil. I said, you guys really like blood or whatever like that? He like, yeah. This boy removes all his wristbands and showed me how he cuts himself. And how he said, yeah, a lot of white people really they're fascinated with blood. I remember my chemistry teacher told me that, she got a black husband. She like, yeah, me and my husband, we go to this restaurant all the time, and he doesn't really like the meat medium rare or whatever, but I love bloody meat. And I just said, man, y'all disgusting.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Just the other day, my dad, his ass had some bloody ass meat.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's heathen. That's heathenistic.
Disgusting. Talk about it's juicy. No.
Yeah,
Salaki,
it just lets you know that these devils, man, like they are disgusting, man. They evil.
Salaki, if I could sidebar real quick.
Go ahead.
The only red I better see on my food is a tomato. That's it. Or ketchup.
Some, but it better not be blood. Because with
barbecue
blood,
hot sauce.
Right.
That's it.
Because there's life in the blood. That's what the Bible tells us. These white people, man. I don't understand how Black and Hispanic people can let ourselves be so low as a people.
Right.
Like these are the most retarded, uncivil, unhuman people that you can ever come across. And we are supposed to be on top. So however long it takes, until death does us part, we're gonna keep doing this job until we get Black and Hispanic people out of this hell and condition. Because the Black Panthers failed. Martin Luther King, he already failed when he started getting money from the white man. Malcolm X failed. See what I'm saying? Rosa Parks failed when she was just getting money from the white man. See what I'm saying? Stole another sister's story and made it into her own because it looked it better. And she was lighter skin versus darker skin. See what I'm saying? These Black leaders, these Christians that you see, these T.D. Jakes, Eddie Long, who just got killed by the Lord, Al Sharpton, who's on his way to get killed because he looked like he's on chemo right now. All these leaders have failed you, but Commander Julian has not failed you. That's why he's raised up soldiers all over this earth. See what I'm saying? We got brothers in the UK, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Minnesota, Chicago, New York, Detroit, Texas. Man, big places, man. We got an army, and the Lord is building us up stronger and stronger. And the white man can't do a goddamn thing about it. And he is in fear, and I know he is. They can't touch us because the Lord is with us. We have a hedge that is stronger than any protection that they can ever give anybody. You ever heard of witness protection? That ain't nothing. The Lord can protect you from all the evil that's in this earth only if you give your life, your mind, body, and soul to him instead of America, instead of this white man who you love so much and deeply with your disgusting heart. Disgusting, man. Don't make no sense. Go ahead and get Psalms 10 and 5.
Come.
All right. Psalms 10 and 5 is going to explain a little bit more, and then we're going to get into. Actually, Salaki, get Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Let me show you where it was prophesied in the Bible that you would be at the bottom. Like Moses, he sacrificed a lot to make sure that his nation was to be on top. But some of us failed. And because of that small mistake, we all have to take a part of that mistake. Just like if one of the kids get a whooping, majority all the kids is going to get a whooping. And we have to all take part of that punishment. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
One more time.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now the stranger is the heathens. How you know that these other nations are not your brother? You got to do your history. See what I'm saying? We're not just saying it to say it. Our records let us know who is our family and who is not. Who is kin and who is not. Who is the enemy and who is the friend. Who is the stranger, who is the family. These white people are a stranger unto you. They didn't grow up in the same household as you. They didn't come up from the same bloodline as you. These white people were always against you, always somewhere else, because they wasn't with you. God didn't choose them. But God did choose you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians.
That's right.
And if you choose to be on the oppressor's side, once again, you are a disgrace to the nation of Israel. That's why you are cut off. That's why you're going through the hell and you lean on this oppressor instead of leaning on your brothers and sisters in the ISUPK. See what I'm saying? You want to make a mockery of the organization, but this is a group, a love group, not a hate group. They always say we're a hate group. We love our nation.
Right.
And we show it all the time. Because we ain't finna teach you no Christian sermons. We're going to give you the raw, uncut. See what I'm saying? We're going to give you lectures on the street corners. We're going to give you lectures in these classes, on the streets, regardless, anywhere. And we ain't going to let up. We have to be hard on our people. All right, keep going.
Okay. And thou shalt come down very low.
Thou shalt come down very low, because you lost the position when you decided to not hearken unto the Lord. You had one chance to make something right, and that was to listen to the Lord. When you disobey an order, you already been caught yourself up in a whole lot of trouble. It happens all the time. Look at all the examples of the prophets that disobeyed orders. And look what happened to them. They got screwed over. They got chastised by their actions. See what I'm saying? It's like they got chastised behind their actions. And the Lord dealt with them. Sometimes, a little lenient, other times not so much lenient. All right? Right here, the Lord put us in slavery, in captivity. So think about that. Consider the condition that we are in and what we can do to get out of it. And if we got to take somebody out, then let's take them out. And what I mean is, let's take this white man to the ground. Don't put your hands on him unless the Lord delivers him to your hands. But what you want to do is bring this man's kingdom to the ground and watch him rebuild it for you, because that's what you deserve. When Christ comes and these white people are not in power no more, the heathens are going to rebuild America for us. And you're damn right. It's not going to be us. It's going to be them. Just like how we worked, enslaved, and bled, and died all over again and again for generations and many years and centuries, they are going to do the same for us. Watch how the Chinese make you all the expensive phones. They know so much technology. Well, they're about to work their fingers to death. It's going to be some real workshops. You see what I'm saying, in Minnesota? What you thinking?
I think it's going to be blood shops, not sweatshops.
Blood shots even sounds better. You know what I mean? I didn't think about that. That sounds about right. See what I'm saying? These East Indians are going to be in those fields picking that cotton and picking those herbs, since they love herbs so much. See what I'm saying? All right, I'm trying to think of these Egyptians, these Africans. These Africans better make, I don't know, shit. What they be doing?
Shit.
I don't know what they good at.
All I know
we gonna see.
Slovakia. All I know that they make is bone salad. That's it.
No, I don't want no bone
soup.
salad. I like chicken salad, but not no bone salad.
They be gnawing on bones, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see when the time comes. Lord allow, we still alive at that time period. Otherwise, when we come back, may the Lord give us the kingdom. See what I'm saying? May we deserve that kingdom, man. That's why we gotta work out here, putting that work in. All right, that 9 to 5. Go ahead.
The only thing I want the Africans to do is just shovel the shit. That's it. Far away from me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And look, as a punishment, I'm throwing soap. Throwing soap, cause they scared of water and soap. See what I'm saying? And no sandals. All right, let's get back on top. Let's go.
Okay. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee.
Oh no, not that one. Drop down to verse 49.
49.
Yeah, go on.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
One more time.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Now that's the white man. If you think about the eagle has been in every captivity that you have seen Black and Hispanics throughout history been a part of or been enslaved in. Keep going.
Come. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
That lets you know that that's talking about Esau in this context. Keep going.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Whose language that you should not understand. Also, with them being smooth in his speech, that's how he gets them. Conniving bastard is what he is. Keep going.
Come. Verse 50.
Mm-hmm.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. Man, these people are very mischievous. They are very evil, very, slick with their ways. See what I'm saying? Their countenance is definitely something that is destructive.
And Salakia, if I could, very bold.
Very bold, you're right. Very bold. It's something that's just out of the ordinary. That's why when it says not to trust them, you should see why you shouldn't trust them.
Salakia.
Mhm.
You can also look at the Trojan horse for that. That's bold.
That is bold.
Tactics.
I was gonna say all the tactics that they do. Yeah,
Right.
if you just turn on the TV and you watch how they puffeth at you, which we are gonna get into in the next scripture, how they deal with you as a people shows their continence towards you. All right, keep going.
Come. Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
I remind you that when earlier in the topic we were speaking about how Christopher Columbus and his men had killed damn near off all the Taino Indians, and how he left the children from 14 years old and the women alive, but killed off majority of the men, so that way they can be built up, because the men were strong and they were holding the children and the women protected and safe. But since they killed them off, there's only women and children. They got them as slaves. They was going to later die off if there wasn't someone to stop it and to keep the cycle of life with the Native American Indians. Remember, they almost became extinct after 1492. Keep going.
Come. Verse 51.
Actually, read that part one more time.
Come. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Remember these names: Tamir Rice, Philando Castile, Tyree King, who died in the same exact state and city as Tamir Rice about a year or two later, who was about a year older or younger than Tamir Rice. Think about young sisters as Corrine Gaines. Think about older brothers as Alton Sterling, Terrence Crutcher,
Philando Castile.
I already said Philando Castile. Think about Stephen Clark. Think about all the brothers and sisters whose names are not mentioned, but who are dying all over the earth. Because there's so many Black and Hispanic people that are dying at the hands of the oppressor that their names don't get, showtime, so to speak.
Right.
It doesn't get any attention. It doesn't get any, televised attention. But we know that there are Black and Hispanic people being killed daily, more frequent than you see on the news all over the internet. See what I'm saying? I say the most tragic one I have to say is like Laquan McDonald, Paul O'Neill. See what I'm saying? Walter Scott. See what I'm saying? Keith Scott. All these brothers and sisters out here that got killed and murdered by the hands of the devil. All right, no favor whatsoever to the old or the young. I remember that 60, 63, 64-year-old woman who had schizophrenia, who had a mental disorder. See what I'm saying? The cops killed her. They should have apprehended her to the point where they didn't have to shoot her. But when she was charging at them with a bat, they thought it was safe enough to shoot her. With being a police officer, they got other stuff on that belt of theirs to disarm or detain somebody, but they use a gun because that's their first weapons. That's mainly number one use for niggas. See what I'm saying? But for a white man, I seen a cop get beat down by a white dude who had a mental disorder, and it took 4 of them to hold this dude down. And not one time did he get tased. Now, what time did he get gunned down? They had patience. That shows you how the white man deals with us as a people.
Right.
They want to eliminate us with any opportunity or chance that they may have. Now, Black and Hispanic people, this is your opportunity to rise above these people if you're strong enough. If you're ready for the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears. If you just at least have some type of faith that this will work, because we tried religion. We tried the Christianity, we tried the blood of Christ, the fake tap holy water. We tried Islam, and we still get killed during those religions. We still get killed in the police department when we want to be cops next to the oppressor, when we want to try to clean up the streets, but your blood ends up on the street, but you're supposed to be a cop. What happened? You are deceived. And it's time for you to wake the hell up. All right? Keep going on that.
Come. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed.
Meaning all the resources that we had, it shall be gone. It shall be eaten up. I mean, it's going to be eaten up by the enemy. He's going to take everything, and now it's going to be changed into his name. See what I'm saying? Like, you know how you take over a property, now you change it into your name? When you think about Job 9:24, when it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. The white man has made everything that you have created, he has put his name on it. He slapped his name on it.
Right.
He said that he built the White House. He built the land. He made sure that the oil was thriving. He found gold. He made the street light, the air conditioner. He made everything on this earth, and that's not true. What he made is lies. And he used those lies to make money, to oppress, to make you serve him. See what I'm saying? That's what he has done. He has killed you, he has murdered you. All right? Keep going.
Come. Which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind.
And this is such a great scripture because it reminds me of this. When the slaves was busting their behind for master, some masters showed some type of, no, I wouldn't even say sympathy. The white man put certain slaves' names in their will. So if the slave master died, the slave will take over this certain land or would take over this certain building or company. And there were other white people in the neighborhoods that would destroy those wills and destroy that certain land, acre of land, just so that niggas cannot get it. Because if they got it, there's a possibility they will rise up against white people.
Right.
These white people didn't leave nothing for you, and they would never leave anything for you. So that's why we have to serve the Lord and watch how we get everything back in return that was taken from us. We are going to get double, man. They are going to get double the punishment. Just watch what happens, man. Because this white man doesn't know where the Lord is going to come from. He doesn't know that Christ is going to come as a thief in the night. And that they should enjoy themselves in their wickedness and just wait one day. They having a drink, just celebrating life off the back of Black and Hispanic, and then Christ and millions of angels just going to come out of nowhere. And watch all hell breaks loose. In 1 hour, this earth will be ours, and they will be our slaves. And they will have no choice but to serve us. And look at us. And watch how we serve our God. And watch how they cannot live life how they used to, how their forefathers set up for them. Their forefathers killed to make sure that they continue to rule. See what I'm saying? Now, our God and our King, Yahushua, is going to stop all of that. He's going to make sure that they get the wages that they owe, which is death. Keep going. Is that it on that?
Nah.
Okay, keep going.
Or flocks of thy sheep until he have destroyed thee.
You start right there. Go ahead and get Psalms 10 and 5 for me. And with the last part that the brother spoke about, understand this. When he said, until they destroy thee. We have been destroyed on those reservations, man. You know how much rape, murder, robbery, alcoholism, and drug addiction is going on over there on the reservation? 10 and 5. There's so much evil going on in the reservations right now. There's brothers and sisters right now that can tell you what horror stories is going on. You see what I'm saying? And you got to brace yourself for these stories, man. Because they will make you more angry. They'll make you want to do something to this devil. But let's be wise in this situation. Let's understand that we can get this devil to a place where he can never stand back up. Go ahead.
Okay. Psalms chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. His ways are always grievous.
Keep going.
Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight.
Meaning they're out of order. The white man's judgment is something that you should not want. See what I'm saying? The white man's judgment is that very thing that's going to make things a lot worse than what it is. Like white people bring things out of proportion. Like they blow it out of proportion all the time. Like there's so many people in Congress, there's so many people in office that have human trafficking when it, our sisters and our brothers. There's so many white people out here who have raped and molested, especially these cops. They get a slap on the wrist. There's so many white people who have killed like dogs and stuff like that. I remember this brother got 28 years because he killed a police dog. He was defending himself. And around that same time period, this white dude that was in office was molesting a sister. And they gave him probation. See what I'm saying? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Their judgment is far off. Read that one more time from the top.
Come. His ways are always grievous.
Anytime a brother or a sister gets in trouble, they give them multiple or double the time than a white man ever will. You see how they what's that guy off the subway? What's that guy's name? Jerry? I believe his name is Jerry. That child molester. That dude that was filming children for child pornography. That devil got a slap on the wrist. He got like 3 to 5 years probation. But if that was a black man, he would get 20 years or more. He'll get life. And they got something called a double sentence. And you want to know why they said double sentence? Because they know in the next life you're going to do another sentence. And that came from a general, and that was deep. All right, keep going.
Come. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight.
Out of his sight, meaning they just come off the walls with these judgments. Give him the electric chair. Starve him. Beat him. Keep going.
Come. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
And all his enemies, he puffeth at them. When you look at the police brutality and you see that they get paid leave, that's the white man puffing at you. When they go around wearing, feathers and like old Western clothing of the East Indians on Thanksgiving Day, they puffeth at you. They disrespect you. They put it in your face. When you think about Black History Month, now a lot of people don't know about Black History Month. That's really a disrespectful day too, or really a month. Black history is being made every goddamn day. But the leaders that they put in there are a bunch of sellouts. They sold you out to the white man. See what I'm saying? Like the brother that made the cotton gin. I mean that put the white man on the map. I'm telling you. The cotton gin made the white man money. Millions and billions of dollars. These people are so unjust, man. Keep going.
Come. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
I shall not be moved.
For I shall never be in adversity.
So the white man has a lot of pride, and we all know that throughout the whole Bible, it speaks about the pride and the prideful things that he not just does, but what he says. Like this devil thinks that he is God. See what I'm saying? Just how the Native Americans thought that Christopher Columbus was God, he thrived off of that. That's how he conquered them, because that was their weak spot. You see what I'm saying? They were so close to this man that he overthrew them and killed them. I remember all the rape, murder, and robbing that goes on today. It was no different back then in 1492. The history that you need to know about not just the Christopher Columbus Day, but America, it is very equal. It is the same. Very similar. The white man has always been the devil since the beginning of time, and he still is today. He has colonized and has wiped and brainwashed you into his culture, to his way of life. Because if it wasn't for niggas, white people would not be standing tall in America. It's because of you that America stands tall, but it has to fall. It has to be destroyed. All right, keep going.
Verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
And that's how you know it's talking about old master. You see what I'm saying? It's talking about master who deceives you into anything, who got you all in the Switzerland bunch. You see what I'm saying? The one that got you on drugs, got you selling that dope, slanging it. If you look at any real drug dealer, they tell you that a white man taught me this. Look at the documentary of 13, which is the 13th Amendment. Look at how Rick Ross and them said how a white boy taught him how to sell dope and how to make it on the stove. They know what they're doing, man. They're trying to destroy you. The same thing with the Iraq scandal. Around the same time, in the 70s to the 60s to the 80s, with the crack epidemic, with Ronald Reagan, Nixon, you see what I'm saying, Nancy Reagan, all these people, Oliver North. All right, keep going.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
One more time.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Can you give me an example of that?
Mischief and vanity. Holidays is vanity. Mischief is murder.
Right.
Of our people.
Exactly. Not just Thanksgiving, not just the Christmas. See what I'm saying? St. Patrick's Day. There's some evil, wicked stuff behind that holiday as well. Every one, man. It has nothing to do with niggas at all. Nothing to do with niggas at all. Remember, after they came and robbed and killed the Native Americans, over what, 200 more years, they came and got you on those boats and they sold you. Bondmen, bondwomen. You was not going to see your children anymore. If you did, it was a blessing, but you were still in slavery. This man that we trusted in so much decided to, you see what I'm saying, have us oppressed and enslaved. These Africans sold us to the enemy, and we should never trusted them because they were always the enemy. Remember, when we trying to run from our captivity, something was wrong. We wasn't serving the Lord, so we was on our way to slavery either way. See what I'm saying? That's why those curses never leave you. You could run all you want, but you would still be punished. You can go flee to America. Go flee to Israel if you want to. Those curses stay with you. See what I'm saying? Those curses can stop once you decide to convince the nation that we got to do something better. We got to get our nation back together in order. All right? Go ahead and get Baruch 4 and 3. Baruch 4 and 3. Once again, when it comes time for Thanksgiving, I got some more additional information in history when it comes to Christopher Columbus. And I'm going to show you scriptures that match up with the history as well. Days like this should not be celebrated and rejoiced by Israelites. That's how you know who is for white people and who is for their people, or who are for their people. Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Now that's what happened to Black and Hispanic people all throughout history, all throughout us being in slavery, things of that sort. We gave our honor away to a strange nation, to a people that look like human beings, but really they are not human beings, man. They are animals. And what they did was eat off of you. They ate off your plate. And you starved. You suffered. But they were rich and fat off of you. Like they are vampires, man. The white man is definitely Dracula. Because he feeds off of you. He thrives off of you. As soon as you don't do what they say, you are a threat and you have to get in order. So they go ahead.
It's funny that you say that. Now that I think about it, Dracula sucks blood,
That's what I'm saying.
and the life is in the blood.
That's what I'm saying. So they suck the life out of us.
Right.
Exactly. And that goes all the way back to the resources that they take from us. Because we are a people with skills. See what I'm saying? Like Christopher Columbus also was speaking about how these people had so many, skills, and how they had this and they had that. And he took those away from them. He also poisoned them as well. See what I'm saying? Such a disgusting bastard. That's what they all do. Going back to the smallpox, all the way back to the hospital field. They inject you and poison you with things that should not be in your body, but they give it to you. They don't give it to nobody else. I don't hear too many white people getting flu shots. I know professional doctors do not allow their children to have flu shots. And if you ask a doctor that, a professional like Dr. Oz, he's a famous white doctor that's on TV. You know what I mean? He does not allow his children to get any vaccines or anything because they know something that you don't, that is killing you. Just like you loving these people, you giving them all your everything, your honor, the glory, that's killing you as a people. See what I'm saying? That is killing you. You need to give all of that to your nation and shut out anybody that is a stranger. But first, you got to get your mind strong. You got to see things for what it is. You can't be blind. You can't hide behind religion anymore. You can't hide behind that uniform anymore. You can't hide behind your white friends, all your heathen friends, and say that they love you because they don't. And they always show it. The racism's always going to be shown. And the Most High said that you cannot change what is crooked. You can't straighten what is crooked. Because what's crooked is these heathens. And you got to get yourself in line so you don't become like the heathens. Because once you become like the heathens, you are cut off from the nation and you are no good. You are no help. What can you do for a nation if you, just like the heathens, you're only going to hurt and not comfort? All right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 4. O Lord, happy are we for things that are pleasing to God.
One more time.
O Lord, happy are we.
Actually, go all the way to the top.
Come.
3.
Verse 3. Give not thy honor to another.
Give not thy honor to another. Don't make the mistake of giving your honor to another people. Seek the opportunity to give your honor to a brother, man. That's why when we out there in the streets, we ain't out here to teach white people, man. We gonna talk about their history. That's what we will do. But we are not going to try to recruit white people into the ISUPK. What do we look like? Some fools? Do we look like GOCC to you? Do we look like GMS or IUIC? Nah, man. We are trying to get black and Hispanic people off of drugs. Why? Because the devil put him on drugs, put her on drugs. But the reason why there's brothers and sisters, little brothers and sisters out there in the orphanage getting raped and molested because they didn't have parents. Why they didn't have parents? To protect and love them? Because the white man put them on crack, cocaine, heroin, and etc. All right, keep going.
Come.
So once again, give your honor to black and Hispanic and Native American people. All right? And your enemies, make sure that you use them for opportunity. Like, for example, when we out there at camp, man, we don't love these cops. But if you can get this person away from us so we can continue the work of the Lord, then do so. See what I'm saying? Work for us. Get this devil away from the camp and let's continue to teach this truth. See what I'm saying? Lock up the real criminal right there. Because we ain't doing nothing but teaching love to our people. We are lifting up our voice like a trumpet, and we are telling our people what they need to hear. And they are going to hear this truth. All right? Lock up the person that's disturbing the peace, that's committing the crimes, that are the drug dealers, that are hurting the nation of Israel. Lock them up. Because they ain't innocent. They are wrong. All right? So give your honor to your own nation, to your own people. Keep going.
Okay. Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Black and Hispanic people have so much talent, so much gifts, but we chose to spoil our goods. That's why when we go running up and down the court with Mr. Old White Man, he calls you slurs of proverbs and bywords. He says that you are just nothing but a nigger. You just a complete nigger. You ain't nothing but a low down dirty dog.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
That's why that one white woman was telling LeBron James to shut up and dribble the ball.
That's right. Just like how Donald Sterling was talking smack about, you know what I mean, the team that he was sponsoring. See what I'm saying? These white people don't love you, man. Who told you that?
Right.
Was it all the smiles and giggles, the champagne, all the money, all the little white whores that he gave you? Was it all of that? I bet it was. You've been deceived. Now you must wake up to the reality of what it is. Some people are scared to see what's right in front of them. That's why they have this thing called insanity. They have this defense mechanism to block it out, and they play pretend. And that's sad. That's being what they call in denial. You see what I'm saying? All right, keep going on that.
Verse 4. O Lord, happy are we for things that are pleasing to God, are made known unto us.
Actually, start right there. You go to Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 in the Apocrypha. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. This should sum up everything. Once again, I still haven't seen nobody tell me why we should love the white man, that colonizer, that uncooked seasoned chicken. Go ahead.
Okay. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never do what?
Trust thine enemy.
Who's the enemy? The white man. Never do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust Esau. Keep going.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Meaning he's always going to look, I mean, right now he looks trustworthy. But then later on, he's going to show you a different side of him. He's going to show you the evil, the wickedness. He's going to try to hurt you. He's going to try to find opportunity, because white people are opportunists. That's what they are. They find any opportunity to get you where they want you. And if you become that target, that dart is going to hit you and you are going to be destroyed. They say the gift destroyeth the heart, because it does. All that money, fame, and fortune, don't think that you're not a nigga anymore. Don't think you big and badder than anybody else in the hood. Understand that you are a nigga, and that you are not white, and that you are not higher and mighty than anybody else. That this white man will still put you in a category as those that are not in your position. So remember that you are the children of the Lord, and that you have a job to do. If you happen to get into that field, you better help your nation. That's what you have to do. You better tell them the truth. Don't give them any of that African, shenanigans, man. Don't give them any of that falsehood. Because in the ISUPK, we ain't going for none of that. We're going to continue to teach the truth. And money, anything can't change that. See what I'm saying? But it can change it can change a hungry hippo, like your Christian pastor. You see what I'm saying? Who profit off of all black and Hispanic people, especially Al Sharpton, man. He's such a disgusting man. Very evil, man. Eddie Long died, and the rest of them is going to die off if they don't change their ways and repent. All right? So with that being said, this is Historical Truths Revealed, talking about Christopher Columbus, America. Catch us next week with a good history topic that you're going to love a lot. And make sure you follow the social media, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And check out ISBK.com. Make sure that you follow, subscribe everywhere. All right? Check out California Cookout, November 17th. If you want to get there a little early, like the 15th. See what I'm saying? You're going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot of brotherhood, sisterhood. It's not going to be any Christianity, all right? So with that being said, Israel, shalom.
Shalom.
And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of once again.